All right, what's up all you mother truckers and truckers mothers? BP Hero back at you. Swinging the Louisville Slugger Genie, 14-inch balanced, brand new in the wrapper. Oh yeah, we're just leaving it, tree huggers. 27 ounce. I'm really excited for this 14-inch barrel. We hit the end-loaded model and I liked it quite a bit. Was really curious to see what it would be like in a balanced. If you've been following the channel at all, you know I've been swinging the old Iron Man 2.0, and this is going to be, I feel like, a pretty good comparison to what that might be like, but even better with this bigger barrel on it. The balance feels really smooth for a 27. Hitting our usual mix of balls here. Deadly Thunder ZN Pro M's, NSA 44 400s. Open field, which kind of sucks, but we're not out here for distance anyway. We're out here for a balanced bat, living that control life. So, yes, you should break these in with 52s to get them going, but we got stuff to film. So we're going to be as gentle as we can here with old girl. Probably won't take too many swings to kind of showcase what we're after today. Just working on kind of cutting the ball, keeping it low, and working it around the outfield, which is what I try to do with a balanced bat. So we're going to see what we get here. It's already good, bro. All right, so for this one, I got to make sure I give credit for where it's due, and it is due to Frank Henry and the gang over at Louisville for making sure we get all this stuff early so we can get reviews in on it. So when this stuff drops, you got a review on it, and you kind of know what's up with these bats. Really appreciate his help with all this stuff. He's been a huge help to the channel. And also want to give a huge shout out to Headbanger Sports for making sure that you guys have access to these with a discount going through me, or you can use code BP Hero at the website to save yourself some money on one of these. Either way you want to do it, you can save yourself some money, get yourself a really good bat. Louisville and Headbanger have been absolutely crucial to this channel for quite a while now. First couple of things that jumped out to me with this bat were the fact that it swung pretty light. Kind of like the one-piece balanced Genesis that we swung earlier this year. It had a pretty light feel to it, which did surprise me based on the fact that the two-piece stuff usually doesn't have a problem with running light, but I will commend Louisville for making sure that it wasn't going to swing funky or swing like it had a really bad swing weight because of the inch longer barrel on it. I'd rather it swing light than swing like crap because it had an inch of barrel added to it. This isn't going to be something that you can dial up some distance with, like say the Iron Man, where you can still have a ton of control and hit for some distance. I think the furthest ball we hit with this thing is maybe like 330, a handful in the 320 range. But for the most part, it was hard to dial up the distance just because of how light it was. But we're not really looking for distance when we're swinging it, so that's why it didn't hurt my feelings to swing this on an open field. I was absolutely commanding this right center gap of this thing with just about any pitch I was able to get my hands on. This is by far one of the most user-friendly bats I've swung in literally years. So taking a quick look at this thing on the tester, it does exactly what the Louisville stuff does, coming in a little over 300. And after about the 60-ish swings we got on it, we really didn't need a ton to know what this thing was about. It was coming in at 275. It did take about 20 or 30 to get to feeling good, I'll say, where most of the Louisville stuff is pretty much good right out of the wrapper. Maybe it had to do with the inch longer barrel on it. Who knows? All I can tell you is it's spitting fire basically out of the wrapper. It's still testing high, which is what the Louisvilles do, and that's what I love about them. And getting a quick look up and down the barrel of this thing here. It is approved for ISA, NSA, and USSSA play. And yes, Louisville does recommend breaking bats in with 52s for at least 100 or so swings, just to kind of get the outer layers of composite loosened up so you run into any paint or seam issues. We didn't do that here, as you saw, and I'm giving you the close-ups to see that we didn't have any problems. That's not to say that you won't, so do as I say, not as I do. You need to break them in with 52s to get them started. And I'm glad that this thing has a barrel that's 7 years long, so going up and down the slow-mos with this thing gives me plenty of time to talk and tell you that you should buy with confidence with one of these things. The barrel is this long. I almost had to fast forward to get through this, but now that we're through it, let's go check out the rest of the video here, and I'll rave on this thing a little more. Call me the Louisville hot gang, call me the Louisville fanboy, whatever you want to say about it, I don't care. I can tell you that this is one of my favorite bats that I've swung this year. And no, it's not going to be something that I game, because it did swing just a little bit light for me. And like I said, I like the Iron Man because I can still dial up the distance when I need to and have the control. But this thing is just, I mean, literally, I can't describe to you how easy it was to hit with this bat. And this is the reason it was one of my favorites, because this is going to be something that if you are a control guy that does not care about hitting home runs and you want the highest OBP possible without hitting a ball far, this is the bat that you need to have in your hands. And that's why I'm perfectly fine standing behind it. It's one of my favorite bats from the year. Hardly any break-in time to it at all. Gonna hold compression, and you can't lose. Probably my favorite thing about it was the fact that I was able to inside out stuff really easy. I was able to get the barrel around on stuff really easy. Having a big barrel that's still easy to get around is something that I won't say is rare, but is kind of hard to come by sometimes. But this thing does it. BP Hero approved, approved, approved. Swing hard in case you hit it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks, Frank. Thanks, Headbanger. Swing hard in case you hit it. BP Hero, catch you next time. 330, okay. Alright, last swing, where you want it?
In the trees.
In the trees? If I hit it into the trees, you got to subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel anyway, I'm begging you.
Oh!